So behind me is Utah Valley, and it's got way more history than I ever knew. I'm a Native American and a Latter-day Saint, and lately I've gotten really interested in the history between those two cultures. So a long time ago, this whole valley here was underwater. It was part of a huge lake called Lake Bonneville. Today you can still see where the shoreline is, down there somewhere. Even a trail called the Bonneville Shoreline Trail around the old lake. There are caves and ancient sites that I hope to visit and show you guys someday. After the lake dried up, the Fremont people lived in the area. I didn't know this before, but they built burial mounds here in the valley. Most of them have been destroyed, but if you've ever seen any, I'd love to hear about it. Later on, the Ute Indians lived here. That's actually where the name Utah comes from. The first major European group to come through the valley was the Dominguez and Escalante expedition in, I think, 1776. They passed through the area we now call Spanish Fork, and that's how the city got its name. While they were here, they met the Timpanogos, a group from the Ute tribe. That's where the names like Timpanogos Mountain came from. The Spanish even called Utah Lake Timpanogos Lake for a while. After that, the Spanish didn't really come back in any big way, but traders brought horses to the Utes, and fur trappers and mountain men started coming into the valley. One of those early trappers was a man named Provost, and that's where the Provo City and the Provo River get their names from. What surprises me is how many of these names were already around before Latter-day Saints came. When the pioneers arrived, it was a huge change for the Utes. I don't think it's fair to call the Saints only colonizers. They were kind of refugees pushed out of their homes. But I also don't think it's fair to call the Utes savages. It's a lot more complicated than that. Both sides had good people and bad moments. In the end, the Saints' way of life just took over the land. But there's so much history here: Saints, Native Americans, cowboys, outlaws, and I'm excited to keep sharing it, so follow along for more.